video. Y'all come on in. How y'all doing this Tuesday night? Come on in, y'all. Hopefully I can get this video done without losing my connection. Last night I lost my connection. Last night, I'd like to apologize. I lost my connection. That's why the video was just cut off like that. So I'm praying to God that I can, not lose my connection tonight. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad to be back on tonight. How y'all doing, by the way? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Tonight I got another, interesting topic. It was once said by men, that I'm trying to keep women single. And that's not true, I'm just trying to keep women from getting inside the wrong relationship in marriage. I'm trying to keep women from being with toxic men, so they won't be in abusive relationships and stuff like that. And I'm trying to teach women to also not just be married, but happily married. It seems like a lot of women goal is just to be married. Just be married, but I want you to be happily married, not just married, And I believe in dating with a purpose. I don't believe in dating if just for fun and like that. Nothing gonna come out of it, why waste your time? And time is one thing you can't get back in life. Time is one thing you can't get back. And when you're in a relationship where it's not going nowhere, it just a lot of toxic behavior. You're not happy, but you want to get married. You want to find the right person for you. You want to be found by the right person, by the right man. I'm really talking to women. You can't waste time with a grown boy, with a clown. And that's one thing that a lot of women do. They waste time with a clown and a grown boy. It's a saying that say having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. I think they were better, right? Say that on her song. It's better than having a man, piece of a man, than having a man at all. I love you, Miss Betty, but you is my girl. I love your music, I love your entertainment, but I gotta disagree with that. And that's the reason why a lot of women don't have the man they want, because they have a piece of a man in the way. Having a piece of a man is like having a car with no engine in it. It's like having a BMW, brand new 2023 BMW, but it ain't got no engine. It's worthless. And all that car gonna do is sit in your garage, sit in your driveway and take up space. So when you have a piece of a man, all that man doing is taking up space. That's it. Taking up space. And he ruining your chances of getting, The men that God has for you. Excuse me. The men that God has for you. You know. And last night I talked about how to attract the type of person you want. You know, we can say we can say we're waiting on God to send us a mate, but we have to attract that person. You know, that's what I was trying to say last night. You know, you can't attract a good person if you're not a good person. You know, you can't attract a person that have integrity if you don't have integrity. You know, so that's what I was talking about last night. You know, now after you attract that person, you got to choose that person. You know, and the thing about it is like dating, like marriage, is one of the most important decisions you're gonna make. You know, because being in the wrong marriage, it can cost you. Sometimes it can cost you your life. You know, it can cost you some money. You know, it can cost you, to be unhappy. You know, and like I've been saying lately, and by the way, I'm sticking to y'all comments, like that. But like I was saying lately, if you're not happy, if you need marriage to make you happy, then when you're going wrong there. You should be happy without being married, and you should be happy if you never get married. If you never get married, can you be happy? You see what I'm saying? And like I've been saying, when you get to that point, that you can be happy, and if you never get married, you're going to stop choosing the wrong man. You're going to stop choosing the wrong man. Like, you can't control who you attract, but you can control who you choose to entertain and settle down with. So you got to make the right decision, when you're trying to choose the right person for you, And what y'all gotta realize is the devil gonna send counterfeits. He gonna send counterfeits, And a lot of times the counterfeit may look like, God, It may look like God. See, the devil don't like marriage. He don't want you to be married. He don't want you to be happy to marry. He wants you to, be single, live in sin, shack up, whatever. He don't want you married. He wants you with a relationship with a narcissist, because a narcissist, he wants the narcissist to tear you down, put you down, lower your self-esteem, and now when your self-esteem low, now you settle for any and everything. That's the trick of the enemy. That's why he's sending distractions in your life. And so many women are, entertaining the distraction. The majority of men, that comes in your life is going to be a distraction. In this generation, the type of men that we have, the majority of men that come in your life is going to be a distraction. Even when the man says, God said you're my wife, God said to marry you, God said this right here, 9 times out of 10 that man gonna be a distraction. He's gonna be a distraction. It's very few men that you're gonna meet and come across that is gonna be the right man for you. And you gotta weed out the good from the bad, the fake from the real, and the first thing you have to do is, you have to have that relationship with God. So when the man do come in your life, you have discernment. Discernment will tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Discernment will tell you everything you need to know. But a lot of Christian women, um, either they don't have the discernment or they so desperate they overlook their discernment and you know and still choose to entertain a person. And I want to understand this right here. You know, a man may choose you by pursuing you, but you don't have to choose him. You know, I've been saying this a lot lately. You know, I'm gonna say it again. Don't choose every man that pursues you. And that's where a lot of women go wrong at. Every man that pursues you is not for you. And I've known some women that I have coached, and every man that pursue them, they choose. They can't turn a man down. You know, they can't turn a man down. They just got to have a man because they want to get married. You know, and they want to get married to the point where, you know, they deserve, they override their discernment, override their common sense, you know, and just let a man come in their life with the games and stuff. And then, you know, we was taught to pray for the man, that God will change him and all that kind of stuff here, you know. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, when you outside of God's will, he ain't gonna change that man. Because if that's God ordained for you, he's not gonna have to change. See, he's not gonna be perfect. No man gonna be perfect. No man gonna be perfect. Every man gonna have some flaws, you know. But when it's God ordained, you're gonna be able to love that man and work through the weakness of a man. You know, like he can be a good man of character and everything, God fearing and everything, man of integrity, but he's not gonna be perfect, you know. And that's one thing you gotta realize. But when it comes out to character, so when it comes out to character, morals and values, you know, if you gotta pray to God that God will change a man's character, he's not the one for you. He's not the one for you. You know what I'm saying? Because when God is in it, you know, that man is gonna have character. And I don't care if he holds a title in the church. You know, a lot of pastors and ministers, they worship the grown boys. It's a doggone shame that, you know, a woman can't go to a church and, you know, get respected from the pastor and the men in the church. So even in the church, in this generation, a lot of church men is going to be a distraction. You know, a lot of men that go to church, a lot of ministers, a lot of leaders, you know, it's sad, but, you know, they don't want marriage. You know, they just want sex. You know, I coached several women, and they got approached by the men in the church. They exchanged numbers. Whether he on the praise team or, you know, a musician, whatever. And they exchanged numbers, and the man would call them, stop pursuing them, but the man is telling them that, you know, he don't want nothing serious or he don't want to get married. You know. And like I said, whenever a man is pursuing you, but he's saying that he don't want a relationship, he's not ready, he come up with an excuse, but he's not ready, that really means, you know, I just want, you know, sex. This is what that really means. He being nice to you, pursuing you, that's what that really means. You know. And that's a problem when a Christian man, when a church man, I would say a church man, cause a kingdom man, you know, is not gonna say that. A kingdom man, he gonna want to get married. But a church man, he gonna tell you stuff like this right here, you know. And a lot of times, women have dated a pastor, and they was dating a counterfeit. They were dating a counterfeit. You know, one situation, this young lady was dating a pastor, you know, and she caught the pastor cheating on her. You know, first she said, you know, when they first met, he first started dating with her, she caught him in the lie. But guess what she did? She forgave him, overlooked the lies. Not just one lie, but lies. Overlooking the lies and continue, you know, to date the pastor because she probably figuring, hey, this is God. He a pastor. You know, then when he lies, nobody perfect. We all sin. That same thing that church folks say. We all sin, come short of the glory of God. We all sin, all that kind of stuff. You know, there's no excuse for a pastor to live a lifestyle of lying, continuously lying. Ain't no excuse for that. Ain't no excuse for that. You see, it ought to be a difference when you're dating a pastor and when you're dating a grown boy. It ought to be a difference. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dating a pastor, you know, that it should be even like, I believe we should hold him to a higher accountability, you know, and don't be intimidated because he got a title. And, you know, don't assume that it's God because he got a title. Because I've known a woman who, like I said, you know, went to a church meeting, a church service, whatever. The man was prophesying, told her to come here. Are you married? She said, no, I'm engaged. He said, God said, you been with your fiance because, you know, I'm your husband. You told her that, you know, I'm your husband before they get married. So she did it. They got married and cheated on her, put hands on her, now she dead. You know what I'm saying? Now she gone. So pastors can be, you know, discretion as well. And you can't overlook the lies. Cause if a pastor lie, he might cheat. You know, he might cheat. Not saying every pastor that lie will 100% cheat, but if he lie, he more than likely would cheat. He might cheat. Why? Because he don't have no integrity. You know, he lack character. Lying is a lack of character. You know, he lack morals. So being faithful is a moral act. You know, being faithful come with character. Being faithful come with integrity. You see what I'm saying? So she overlooked the lies and then she continued to date the man and she caught the man cheating on her. So she went to her friend. Her friend, girl, get that man a chain. Girl, he a pastor, girl. Ain't nobody perfect. Girl, pray for him. Girl, that's a good man. He just needs a little prayer. Something like that, you know. So she overlooked it and gave him a chance. Then what? She got married to the pastor. And then get what he did? Cheated on her. Cheated on her. Then now she's stuck, you know. Now she's stuck, like most Christian women get in these marriages, you know, because the Bible said God hate divorce. And the Bible said that, you know, a woman should not divorce her husband, you know. But if she do decide to divorce her husband, she should remain single, you know. She should remain single, you know. And because she's still bound to the husband, you know, until he died. So a lot of women let that keep them in marriages where they get cheated on, you know. And again, my thing is, if you get cheated on constantly, I'm not talking about like one affair and he said he's sorry. I'm talking about like constantly, women in the church. You know, it's one pastor that couldn't stop cheating on his wife. He was on Elijah Fixed My Life. Vanzel, I think her name. Vanzel. I can't never get her first name right. Elena Benzel or something like that. But you know the coach lady that they got her show and everything, and she had a pastor on there. This man, you know, cheated with about at least 30 women in his church. You know, and you know his wife's still with him. You know, he just can't start cheating. But women will stay in the marriage just to be married, then to get a divorce. If you have to remain single, what's wrong with that? I'd rather be single and happy. And you can't be single and happy and then to be with somebody who cheating on me, who disrespecting me. I'm not happy. They got me crying. They got me depressed. They just won't start cheating on me. I'd rather be by myself. I'd rather die alone. I'd rather die alone, give me a dog or give me a cat and love my animal. Because one thing about a dog and a cat, they gonna love you more better than a human being. They're not gonna cheat on you. They're not gonna hurt you. No matter what you do to a cat, you can yell at a cat, you can slap a cat. That cat ain't gonna never start loving you. Same thing with a dog. That dog ain't gonna never start loving you. So get you an animal and get out that mess and you know, man, enjoy your life. You know, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. To be in a marriage where you constantly getting cheated on. And then you got these Christian women and you know, they don't mean but they just ignorant. They don't know better. Teaching women that if your husband is cheating on you with multiple women, you know, you still bound to have, you know, sex with him because y'all still married. No, don't teach the women that kind of stuff right there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, that's biblical ground for divorce. So if your husband cheating on you, you know, because that's been unfaithful, so you can get a divorce, you know, and get married again because he was unfaithful. That's cheating. Cheating is ground for a divorce. See what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with once you find out your husband cheating on you, you shutting that down to protect yourself against, you know, a disease, getting all these ungodly soul ties. I don't believe that. You know, I'm not gonna teach women, girl, you still bound to that man, that's still your husband and all that kind of stuff. And then she said, one of them said, I pray to God that I won't get no STD and all that kind of stuff. That's just ignorant. They're ignorant. You know, come on now. That and women falling for this stuff. Women fall for this stuff. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I do what I do, you know. And that's why I talk about these topics that the church don't address. You know, how to choose the right mate for you. It's a lot of good men out there, but are there good men for you? And see, you got to know what you like. Again, based upon your standards. You know, what are your standards? You know, if your standards is you want somebody that's God-fearing, honest, integrity, that communicate, got a job, somewhat financially stable, those are real standards. Those are good standards. You know, somebody that's honest, trustworthy, stuff like that. Respect you. You know, if those what you looking for. If that's what you want, then that's one way you choose your mate. Does he meet your standards? You know, if your standards are you want a man that's well groomed and hygiene, you know, when you meet a man and he come on a date and he ain't smelling good, that's a no. That's a no. You see what I'm saying? That's a no. But some women will sit right there, well, you know, get a man the benefit of the doubt. And let me tell you, us men, we not gonna give women the benefit of the doubt. If you come to the date smelling like a fish market, we turned off and we gonna be like, we gonna start calling. We may not tell you why, because us men don't like hurt women feelings. We don't like to be real sometimes. Some men don't. Most men don't. So we'll just stop calling. Start showing interest. If you come to the date smelling like a fish mark, we're not gonna give men don't give women passes in the benefit of the doubt, but women give men the benefit of the doubt. Oh well, you know that, and then I can work with that. Continue to date the man, and he's so nice, charming, and all that kind of stuff there. Now you overlooking the fact that the man smell, and then when y'all get married, the man going a week without taking the bath. Now you can't get into him. Now you stuck in the marriage, but you're not happy. I mean, who want to be in the bed with somebody that smell? Who want to make love to somebody that smell? That's a straight turn off. That what happens when you give men the benefit of the doubt. Like I had a client. She said she normally don't do big dudes, obese guys. But the guy stopped suing her. At first, she put him in the friend zone, and they was friends. But he kept being nice. Everything she needed, he was there for her. So she began to say, you know what, that might not be a bad idea after all. He's big, but he ain't all that big. He ain't all that big. Girl, he big. He big. He big. But your man, he ain't all that big. He's so nice. Oh, he's nice. Just because the man nice don't mean he's for you. So, she married that man, and then, guess what? 6 months, no activity, don't touch her. Not only that, he's a narcissist. He uses that to control her, to manipulate her. The fact that she want to be touched and held and stuff like that, he uses that to control her and to manipulate her, But he was nice in the beginning. But if she would have set that standard, if that's your standard, cause ain't nothing wrong with saying I want somebody that's, as a woman, my opinion, that's handsome, that's attractive. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But as long as you don't go by looks alone, as long as you don't go by looks and that's all you're going by, for an example, you may have two men interested in you. One man, he just drop dead gorgeous, fine, tall, like you like him. The other man, he not as tall, but he's at least taller than you. He not bad looking, he handsome, he look good, but the other guy look better. But the guy who look less good, he got character, he got morals, The other guy, he lack character. So as long as you don't choose the guy that look handsome because he look more handsome than the other guy, you see what I'm saying? It's okay to have that standard. Hey, I want somebody that's handsome, well-groomed, carry himself, dressed nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong, because us men, we want that standard. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So when you meet that person, if they're not coming to you correct, you got the right to say, it's a no for me. Because every man is not for you. Every man, it can be a good man, but not a good man for you. Not a good man for you. So, you go by your standards. Does he meet your, number one, did he meet your standards? My thing, the way I look at it, you have negotiable standards and non-negotiable standards. Negotiable standards and non-negotiable standards. For example, you might say, okay, I want a man that's at least 6 foot tall, right? That would be a negotiable standard, because if that man have everything else you like in a man, and he's 6'1", he's 5'10", but he have character. So you can't negotiate with that standard. You know what I'm saying? Again, he not bad looking. You know what I'm saying? He not bad looking. But he just not as tall as you like him, but he got character, he got everything else you want in a man. That's a negotiable standard. You can't say, you know what, I can negotiate with that. But non-negotiable standards deal with a man's character. Faithful, God-fearing, integrity, you know what I'm saying, communicating, respectful, stuff like that, a job, you know, financially stable. Those are non-negotiable standards. You know what I'm saying? So, long as if he meet your non-negotiable standards, you know, okay, it's a go. He could be a nice man. He could be a nice man, but does he meet your standards? Another way you treat the right mate is, the second thing is, you know, is he a right fit for you? You know, like for an example, you know, if you know your love language is quality time, you like quality time, and you with a man, and he can be a good man. I mean, he's faithful, he don't cheat, he meet your standards. You know, he respects you. You know, but he don't make time for you. He don't make time for you. You know, maybe he's an entrepreneur or he work a lot, and you know, and he put a lot of time in his work. You know, but you saying, you know, hey, you know, quality time is my love language. I need some time with you. But he's telling you, well, you know, I gotta work, I gotta make money. Guess what? That man might be, and he might be a good man, but he may not be a good man for you. Because if you continue to date that man and then marry that man, he's gonna do the same thing in marriage. He's gonna be a workaholic. And some men are workaholics. Some women are married to a man that's workaholics. You know, they just work. You know, come home, work all day, come home, probably take a shower and eat, then go get the laptop. He on the laptop working again. You know, if you like quality time, you know, hey, you know, that might not be a good fit for you. You know, it was a situation where somebody reached out to me, and again, she was a guy, you know, nice guy, treated like he's treated right, nothing, you know what I'm saying? He ain't toxic, not a narcissist and stuff like that. Good guy. But, you know, his job is very demanding, and he take care of his mother, his sick mother, and that take up a lot of his time. And the woman, like, you know what I'm saying, he don't make, you know, he don't make time, there's no time for me. I understand he got to take care of his mother and stuff like that, and I know he got to work, but he don't make time for me. Again, he a good man, but he not a good man for you. So you got to ask yourself, if he never make time for me, would I be happy? Could I be with this man and still be happy? He got a good reason to not spend time with me. You know, nothing wrong with taking care of your mother. You see what I'm saying? But then again, like they always say, people make time for who they want to make time for. So if you really that busy, yeah, he can't make no, you know what I'm saying? That could have been an excuse why he don't want to move on and be serious. You know, I don't know if they sleeping together, because, you know, a lot of time, if a man already getting the banana pudding, he would use that as an excuse to not go farther and get married. You know, I'm too busy. You see what I'm saying? But he still get the banana pudding though. They you see what I'm saying? They make time for get banana pudding, but don't make time to real quality time to spend with you, to build with you, but they got time to get banana pudding. You see what I'm saying? So I told her he may not be a good fit for you. Maybe he need another woman that don't require time, and you know, long as he pay the bills and you know treat her right, she happy. some women like that. That's kind of woman that he needs. But if you like quality time, if that's your love language, and he does not give you quality time, he won't be a good fit. He won't be a good fit. And so many women, like I said, choosing every man that pursue them, and then they get inside these marriages, and the only reason why they married is because God hate divorce, and they scared to go get married. They just married because what the Bible say, and they unhappy. They unhappy. You see what I'm saying? If you're a woman, you healthy, you take care of yourself, you eat right, you exercise, you got a nice body, you value health. This is one of your values. I wish I could see y'all comments. This is one of your values. You know what I'm saying? If you with a man and let's say when you first meet him, he he's not that bad. But as y'all continue to date, then y'all he start to gain weight. You don't eat right. He eat junk after junk. He don't even try to eat right. He never drink water. It's some people, they never drink water. All they drink is sodas and juice. Some people, you can't pay them to eat vegetables. All they eat is just junk food, pizza, Philly cheesesteaks, wings, subs. All they eat. Right? And you value health. And I'm not talking about being a health freak, but if you're a health freak, ain't nothing wrong with that neither. But I'm not saying being a health freak, but you value health. You have your healthy meals, but you have your cheat meal, your cheat days and stuff like that. You don't want this man to be a health freak, but you want this man to be healthy. Again, size does matter. When a man is unhealthy, when a man eat a lot of junk food, a lot of subs, a lot of, fast food, pizza, he's not going to be able to be in shape to keep up with you, for the bedroom. So you got to ask yourself, can you be married to this man and not have, a good sex life and be happy? Do you just want companionship, or you want to be enjoyed while you making love to with your husband? You see what I'm saying? You gotta ask yourself. And then you telling this man, hey, chill, slow down, And he a nice man. He a nice man. He provides and everything. But if you're not gonna be fully happy because of his weight, you're gonna get in that marriage. And then 6 months, no activity. 6 months, you're not being touched. Because he's selfish. And that's the thing. I think they're very selfish to be with somebody. And again, and people gotta realize when you get married, you can't do what you want to do no more. If you want to continue to eat and gain weight and eat junk food, don't eat healthy, stay single and eat junk food. But don't get married and mess up nobody else's life. You see what I'm saying? If you don't want to eat right, take care of yourself and have a nice fit so you can take care of your wife in the bedroom, don't get married. Just stay single. Or maybe find your woman who don't care. But don't get married. You can't do what you want to do. So if that person is not willing to work on themselves and get in shape, exercise with you, eat healthy with you, guess what? It won't be a good fit for you. He could be a nice man. He could be a God-fearing man. But guess what? If he not willing to get himself together, and then when you look at him, you see all that gut hanging down, you like, and then when you take off his shirt, his boobs bigger than yours. You see what I'm saying? Can you handle that? Now, if you can handle that, cool. You see what I'm saying? But if you can't handle that, you gotta ask yourself, do I really, what I'm saying? See myself being happy with this man. I'm just praying that my connection don't get cut off like it did last night. Because, I'm going somewhere with this here. So does he meet your love language? You know what I'm saying? Health wise, you know, is he up to part health? If you value health, and I recommend as a woman, you should value health. Again, you ain't gotta be a health freak. He ain't gotta be a health freak, you know. But you know, I recommend you get a man that take care of himself, that exercise, because you don't want a man that you have to take care of. Now, if you have to, because of something that he can't control, that's different. But you don't want a man that you have to take care of like a little child because he's selfish and he don't want to eat right. That's one thing I don't like about that. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what you eat if you want to. If you really love that person, you want to be with that person. If that person say, you know, hey, cut back because, you know, I really want to enjoy the sex life with her. I really want to be able to enjoy our marriage. I don't want to have to take care of you and bathe you, wipe the tail when you use the bathroom. You know, I don't want her to do all that there. Slow it down. Let's get on the diet. We can do it together. If they don't want to act right, guess what? You gotta be like, talk to them, give them a chance. You gotta be like, you know, hey, listen, I don't think it's gonna be the right decision for me to continue in this engagement. Let them know I'm not gonna be fully happy if we get married. You know, I like you, I love you. I mean, you're a good guy, you're very nice and all that. But I just can't, you know, be real happy with, you know, your health. I'm sorry, you know, I can't do it. Ain't like you didn't want them, you didn't talk to them. If a person is selfish about their weight, they're gonna be selfish about other things. And not all the time, not every man, but I'm trying to be careful how to say it because I want to offend about it. But a lot of big men that I know, that I coach, a friend of mine, husband, you know, they lazy. They lazy. You know, a friend of my husband, you know, he obese. Yeah, I want to make fun of it. I'm gonna be serious tonight. Serious, I'm gonna be for real tonight. So he go use the bathroom, and when he use the bathroom, you know, he gets up, and when he gets up, it's like black marks on the toilet seat, and I think like dead skin on the toilet seat. You know, he don't even clean that up behind himself. He lazy, just sloppy and lazy. So his wife got to go in there and clean up behind him, and she getting aggravated with that. You know what I'm saying? If I go use the bathroom, I know I'm sharing the bathroom with my wife. You know, let's say we got 3-2. We got a bathroom in the master bedroom with me and my wife, and you know, we got the other bathroom out in the hallway for everybody else. Common sense. If I sit down on the toilet, you know, when I get up, I'm gonna check to see if there's anything that need to be cleaned up. If I left something, clean up behind myself. A wife is not a maid. You know what I'm saying? Who want to clean up behind somebody? So if a man sloppy about his weight, lazy, he might be lazy at other things. You know? And you know, he tell her one time, so tell me what you want me to do. You treat me like I'm a child anyway, because you act like a child. You act like a child. You know? And the only reason why she married is because she's a Christian and God hate divorce. You know? She couldn't figure out how to put a cartridge in a printer, some ink in a printer. She asked him to do it for her. He don't even do that. He don't even do that. You know, what he good for. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to be married and he a nice guy, but he don't clean up behind himself. He's sloppy, he lazy. You know, you don't want that. So you have to go to him and let him know. You know, and this hard for me. I do love you, but I'm concerned about your weight. You see what I'm saying? You got to know what you like and what you want, and don't feel pressure of marrying a man with the fear of you're never gonna get married. And I know it's hard for women because you want to get married, especially if you never had kids. You're a Christian woman and you want to do it God's way. I know it's hard. I know it is. But, you know, you don't want to be stuck in a marriage with a man who don't clean up by himself. You know, lazy. You got to tell him what to do. You got, you know. And that same man, right, he cut hair. They already behind on their bills. It's 3 o'clock in the, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's still laying inside the bed, sleep. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The girl about to lose her insanity. She about to have a nervous breakdown with this man. She just, and the only reason why she don't want to go get a divorce because God hate divorce. And this man, we had a hurricane in Florida. This man so sorry and so selfish. Again, if they're selfish about not eating right to be a good husband for you, if they're selfish to be out of shape and keep eating, they're gonna be selfish in other areas. This man is so selfish that her air conditioning stopped working on her car. But he got air conditioning in his car. He can't afford to get her car fixed. You know, in marriage, a woman should not have to worry about getting her car fixed. That's a man's responsibility. That's how I was raised. If my mama had car problems, my daddy, he took care of that. That's how I was raised. Okay, well, he didn't have the money to do it. That's cool, I'll get that. But why not say, babe, you take my car. Since I got air conditioning in my car, you take my car, my vehicle, and I take your vehicle. I ride without air conditioning. As long as that's what it means to love your wife like Christ. Sacrifice. So her car ain't got no air conditioning in the car. The hurricane coming in South Florida. Right? You know, you got to prepare for the hurricane. You got to get gas. You know, stuff like that. Again, selfish. He's selfish with his weight, with his eating. He's big and sloppy. Again, you gotta tell that man, hey, listen, cut back on the food and get on the diet and let's get in shape instead of eating. That's selfish. So he's selfish in that area. No, he might be selfish in other areas. Might be. It could be something selfish. Not saying every man that do that, but a lot of men do that are selfish in other areas. So he go take his car and put gas in his car, and then leave his wife's car empty. He want her to go put gas in her own car. If you've never been in a hurricane, when the hurricane coming, the gas stations are full. The line would be long, like a mile long. The girl ain't got no AC in her car, so he want her to go. She had to go wait in the long line, but like a mile long, with no AC, hot, sitting in one spot and moving up very slowly as the line, sweating. Banana pudding, sweating. Should I crack jokes or be serious? Banana pudding, sweating. I'm gonna be serious. One video, I'm gonna be serious. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens when you marry somebody like that. They not just girlfriend and boyfriend where she got to break up. They married. That's her husband. She had to do all this here during the hurricane. She got worried about how they gonna put the board on the windows. Like I said, so go to that person and say, hey, listen, we want to be a good fit. I love you, but I'm concerned about your health, and I can't take care of you. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy the bedroom. I want somebody that's healthy, that can get around, that can move around. It's a challenge being with somebody that's obese. It's a challenge. Now, again, if that man willing to go on a diet and exercise, fine, work with him. Nothing wrong with that. But if he's not willing to, come together with you and work with you, you gotta say yourself, not doing gonna be a good fit. Don't choose him because you never been married. You gotta make it work. You never been married because you're gonna be married, but you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable. You're talking about choosing the right mate. So the third thing is you want to talk to that person, have the conversation, about their views on certain things, like on your values. This right here is just an example. I'm very big on heterosexual relationships. One thing that I can't stand is, men like me. And I'm not judging them. It's not judgment, So before people think I'm judging, let me explain. Because the reason why is I'm a coach and I'm passionate about, women getting married and finding real love. I've told some of my clients who dated somebody, if y'all get married, what I'm saying, I want to go to your wedding, but send me an invitation. And I only got one invitation. That was my sister, Prophet Diana, because I coach her too. That's how we met. I coach her too and everything. And, because we met off Facebook. And then I also did a conference with her in North Carolina. So when she got married, she invited me. I went to the wedding. I love seeing people get married. I was so happy for her. And, she asked me, "Will you come to my wedding?" I said, "Yes, I'm going to be there." And guess what? I was there. I brought me up. I lived in Florida. At that time, she lived in Chicago. Now she lived with her husband, I think, in Alabama. Or either Mississippi, one of them. So, I got me a plane ticket. I booked me a nice hotel room, and I flew to support her in her wedding. And then when they asked, did anybody want to say something at a reception, I got up and I said something. I said, I'm so happy for her. I coached her several times, and she had a hard time. She had a lot of grown boys, a lot of narcissistic people, and she finally met the right man for her. And I said to other single women there, if God did it for her, He can do it for you. So I even spoke at her wedding, to congratulate her. That's how I am. But how can women get married if you got a lot of men liking men? So that's why I'm big on that. And you got to ask a question about raising children. What's your views on raising children? What's your views on discipline? Some people let their children run all over them. Some people let their children do what they want to do and don't hold their children accountable. Me, I love my kids, but I believe in accountability. I'm old school. I'm so old school. Now, we can't be like this, but I'm just trying to use it as an example. I'm so old school that when I was a little kid, if grown folks inside the living room talking, kids can't be in there. If grown folks in the living room talking, a child in there, Hey, go to their room. You can't be where grown folks at. And no kids out here. You see what I'm saying? I remember some guy, my cousin from Miami was at the place, and and they was in there playing cards, whatever. And I would go get something to drink, but I had to hurry up and go back in the room. I'm taking my time. Okay, how long you gonna take a drink? How long take you to get a drink? You know how kids do. I'm being nosy. You know how kids do. I'm being nosy, trying to figure out what they doing. Hey, come on, hurry up, get back in that room. Ain't no kids out, ain't no children out here. You see what I'm saying? That's how I was raised. You couldn't be with adults, and if you're a child. I'm old school. I was hold accountable. You know what I'm saying? I had to clean up. This stuff is very important now. You had a conversation about children. I had to clean up. Every week, my mama gave us different chores. One week, I did the dishes. Next week, I did the floor. My mama did not cook. And then clean up the kitchen. And some parents will sit right there and do everything for their big kids. I'm not like that. I'm not raised like that. And years ago, one time I was in a situation with I guess you call it a relationship with a woman, and she had 2 daughters. I think one was 12, one was like 9 or 8. Those are big kids. And she would do everything for them. Wash the clothes, fold the clothes, cook, clean up. And we was, shacking up. I was shacking up. And, I'm working, at that time, I leave the house at 8 o'clock in the morning, get back in at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm working, I'm making good money, I'm paying really the majority of the bills, stuff like that. So she telling me that I need to do more cleaning up around the house. I said, no, I go to work. Do you understand me? I work 12-hour days. I said, you got grown. I said, not grown, but you got big girls. Teach them girls how to clean up behind themselves. Teach them girls how to wash the dishes. And get what she did. She did what I told her to do. You fold the clothes, you wash the clothes and fold the clothes. Teach them to fold their own clothes. What? We bump heads at first. That's how I was raised, and that's how. So if I marry one who got kids, that's what I expect. I don't want to tell her that I'm going to work. Chances are, when I get back to work, I'm probably going to be a truck driver. I might be local. I might be in the food service business. Well, I drive a truck to restaurants. I drive a semi-truck to restaurants and unload the trucks. And guys who do that, they don't work 8 hours and go home. They work 10, 11 hours, 12 hours. And you want me to come home and I'm paying the majority of the bills, and you got kids, and you want me to come home and clean up and cook and all this? No, I'm not doing that. So we got to have a conversation. And that's why I said, when I'm dating a woman, I'm looking at her kids, if they wear a manner. I'm looking at all that because I understand as a man, we gonna bump heads if they not wear a manner. If they don't clean up behind themselves, I'm not gonna like that. And this is what I want people to understand. Children, you have to train up a child. You can't let a child be on the phone all day long with no responsibility. No. And when them girls grow up, The woman I was with grow up, they're gonna be lazy as I don't know what. The house gonna stay junky, stay nasty. Come on now. So I'm big on stuff like that. Have a conversation. What's your opinion on kids? Disciplining kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be in a situation where it's gonna be a blended family, you know, how you feel? These are questions that I would ask, and we got to have a conversation. How you feel if a stepdad discipline your child? You know, spank your child, or do you don't believe in spanking? You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, had a conversation. Like for me, I will not spank, you know, my stepchild or nothing like that. But I'll put him on punishment, stuff like that, you know. I'll put him on punishment, you know. But would you support and back me up if I put them on punishment? Or you gonna take up for them and be like, well, they ain't doing nothing wrong, and just say if I tell them to clean up and they ain't cleaned up, they still on the phone, whatever. I should be ready, if a step parent, to say, hey, you know, let me get that phone until you clean up. If you gonna support that, this stuff gotta be talked about. You see what I'm saying? Had a conversation, you know, stuff like that right there. You want to talk to these people, use your discernment. Then too, use your discernment. Discernment is in how they respond to your question. Had a conversation. How you feel about, you know, your son liking a boy? How you feel about that? Again, me, I'm big on that. I'm big on that. You know, I want a woman that has the same values that I have. And that's another thing. Picking a person for you is, do y'all have the same values? You know, my thing is, you know, a child don't have a choice because they're not taking care of themselves. What they gonna be? If you born a boy in my house, you gonna be a boy. Period. Now you wanna like boys. You like boys when you get grown. But some people don't feel that way. Some people feel like, hey, let the kids choose what they want to be, who they want to be with, who they want to date. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, they ain't wrong. They not wrong. They're not wrong. I'm not saying that one size fits all. Everybody gotta be like me on that. That is how I am. But I need to date and pick and choose the woman that has the same views and opinion about that I have. If she don't, she's not a bad person. She's just not a good fit for me. She could be a good woman, but she's not a good woman for me. You know what I'm saying? Had a conversation. Because, like I said, after me in my house, girls gonna date boys. After me in my house, boys gonna date girls. Because after me in my house, we gonna serve the Lord. You see what I'm saying? We gonna serve the Lord. And my belief, and I know I'm right, if you allow sin to go in your house, God will curse your house. Yeah. Yeah. And not just only that sin, but, you know, all sin. But had a conversation. What's your belief in the cut down stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Because me, I you know, I'm not with, you know, doing what Gabriel Union doing with Dwayne Wade cheering, stuff like that. I'm not judging them, but I'm not gonna support that man with my kid. And thank God that from a little boy I taught my sons that you are a boy and you're not supposed to be like no boy. I put that in their head as a little boy. Now my oldest son, I was drinking his head so much, he didn't. If you give him a pink cup to drink out of, he would not drink out that pink cup. Pink cup, I am not drinking out of that cup. Wow, that's for girls, pink for girls. He would not eat out of a pink cup, a pink plate. He don't like anything pink. That's how much I drew that in his head. And thank God I married a woman with the same values that I have. even though we didn't make it. But guess what? If my son would have came to her one day, Ma, I want a boyfriend, my everybody probably would have slapped that boy side of his head. She don't pay that. She don't pay that. You know what I'm saying? But if I was with a woman that said it's okay, if I met a woman that said okay, don't tell them what would happen. You see what I'm saying? So we had a conversation, talk. And you got Christian people, they condone it. Even if my child, I'm not listening, I'm gonna love my child. I'm gonna love my child, but I'm not condoning what they do. Situation, my friend, he was going to a church here in Miami. Okay? It was a lady, she was a leader in the church, and she paid good tithes in the church. And so I figure out how this went. She wanted her son to pray the praise dance. The praise dance in the church. You know, my opinion, if I'm a pastor, if you're not living right, not only just that's sin, but if you're not living right, period. If you're fornicating, if you like men, you're a man. If you like woman, you're a woman. If you're just living in a sinful lifestyle, you're not gonna be dancing in my church. Cause you know what? God ain't gonna curse my church. You're not dancing in my church. I don't care. But the mama got mad at the pastor. Told the pastor that she gonna stop paying her tithes. If I'm the pastor, I would say take you and your tithes and your bottom. I won't say bottom, but take you and your child and your son and go down the road. And this house, we gonna honor the word of God. If God's word says it's an abomination, in this house it's an abomination. And nobody who's not living right, not just men like men or women like women, anybody living in sin and I know about it, they cannot be in ministry in my house, in God's house. Hey, you know why? God gonna hold me accountable. If I condone it as a pastor, and a lot of these pastors are gonna be in trouble. A lot of these pastors, their church is not growing. Because if you read the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel, read the first either the second chapter, when God called, when the priest, what the name was? I can't think of that priest's name. You slipped my mind. The priest. I can't think of that priest's name. But the story was Samuel's mother dedicated him to the temple. And he was raised by the priest. Come on, Holy Spirit, bring it to my memory. He was raised by the priest. Was it Eli? Was it Eli? I think it was Eli. And the priest's sons, they was mishandling the offering, and they was sleeping with the women inside the church. Right? God called Samuel and told Samuel to go tell Eli, I believe it was Eli, to go tell Eli that I'm going to destroy him and his sons. If I'm wrong, God forgive me, but I believe it was Eli. And now watch this. Now, the priest ain't did nothing wrong. His son was the one mishandling the offering and sleeping with women inside the church. But because he condoned it, because he didn't correct it, God killed him and his sons. God destroyed him and his sons. If I condone, as a man of God, as a pastor, if I condone men like men in my in God's house, preaching and laying hands on folks, dancing in front of people, guess what? God gonna hold me accountable because I condone in sin. I condone in sin. You know what I'm saying? So, had a conversation, you know. To me, those are my values. That's what I value. What now? You might not value that. Okay, cool. But I want to know a woman's values. I want to know her opinion on certain things. How you raise kids. You see what I'm saying? I want to know these things. This because we don't want to be married and then be unequally yoked. Because whenever you married and y'all have the same core values and core beliefs, you're gonna be unequally yoked. It's like getting the ass and the ox and yoking them up together and trying to plow the field. They're gonna bump heads. They're gonna kill each other, and the farmer ain't gonna get no work done. He gonna lose money because he got two unequally yoked animals trying to work together. Amos 3:3. How can two walk together unless they be in agreement? And y'all might not be on everything, but if y'all agree on y'all core values and core beliefs, I believe it's abomination for boys and girls and girls. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? So I need somebody with the same belief. But I won't be arguing, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let them, lead them, you know, You know what I'm saying? So had a conversation. If y'all have the same core values and core beliefs, guess what? You won't be a good fit. This how you gonna avoid a lot of people getting married not happy. A lot of divorces in the church, in the world period. A lot of kids growing up got to deal with their parents divorcing because they didn't have any conversations. You know. What's your opinion on politics? You know, if you're the type of person and you value politics, you know, me, you might be a diehard Republican, and you know you're Republican because you're a Christian, and you think Democrats are sinners because they support same-sex marriage and abortion, right? And if that's what you value, you gotta have a conversation. What's your opinion on politics? You know. Now I'm gonna give y'all my personal opinion. If a woman asks me what's my opinion on politics, are you a Democrat or Republican? I'm telling her I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Why? Because both of them sinners. Both parties sin. Because the Democrat, they believe in helping the poor. They believe in the minorities and all that kind of stuff, helping them. But they support same-sex and abortion. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with same-sex. I don't agree with abortion. But I do like the Democrats because they help the poor. They for the poor. They help the poor. But I don't agree with same-sex. And I don't agree with abortion. And that one thing about the Republicans that I do like. And then one thing I like about our governor, Ron Sanchez. You know, I don't like him. But one thing I do like about him, he's not going to pass a law that they can teach our kids in school that they can be what they want to be and be open to being a boy and liking boys. He don't play that. That's one thing I do like about him. Now Disney mad with him because he don't want to do, you know what I'm saying, pass the law in Florida that had these kids around here confused. So I like that about our governor, but I don't too much care for him though. But again, I don't care for Republicans or Democrats. Now the Republicans, they are for they against same-sex marriage, and they're against abortion, which is good. And my opinion on abortion. And some of y'all might get mad. Some of y'all might get mad. Some of y'all might, hey, it's okay. We don't have to agree on everything on this channel. That's cool. But it's a sin. It's wrong to get on your back and open your legs up, knowing the consequences gonna be you get a baby if you let a man go inside you raw. How dare you get on your back and open your legs up and let a man get inside you raw and then go down to a clinic and kill an innocent baby? If you don't want to have a baby, get off your back and keep your goddamn leg closed. Period. That's how I feel about that. And listen now, sometimes it be that a woman got raped or they might have to take the baby because of complications of the pregnancy and stuff like that. That's very rare. The majority of abortions is women being irresponsible with sex. Women on their back, and men, not just women. I'm blaming men too. Men and women. Because it's not just the woman's fault, it's the man's fault too. Knowing that they don't want to have a child. And I had a client one time, right? She met a man. And the man told her, he didn't want no relationship, you just want to be free. But like a lot of women, when they hear that, they go in one ear and not the other one. They still go and have sex with the man. And then now the man impregnated her. Now the man putting pressure on her to get rid of the child. He don't want the baby. Coach Rod, I want my child, but he don't want the baby. But then again, Coach Rod, I don't want to bring my child in the world and he don't have a father figure. My other kids, they got their daddies in their life. We're not together, but he in their life. I don't want to bring a child in here with not a father figure. Coach Rod, I don't know. I said, son, you know I'm a Christian. You know I'm a kingdom man. So you get me, you know, and she a kingdom woman too, by the way. So you know what? You know where I'm gonna go with it here. I said, listen. If he didn't want no baby, he shouldn't have did what he did. If he didn't want, if he didn't want no child, keep your thing in your pants and start getting women on their backs. If you don't want no child, men. So I told her my opinion. Now I say the decision is yours. But you want my opinion? Here come my opinion. Have your baby and take care of your baby. And tell him you're gonna help me raise this child financially. You want, I want you to be in that child life. Do you want to be in the child life? If you say no, okay, cool. You gotta suffer the consequences, sister, and raise that child by yourself. You made that decision. But tell him you gon' cause he got a job. And why he say he don't want to listen because he works 6 days a week. He only got 1 day off. He spent that 1 day with his other child. That was his excuse. So now I told her, if I was you, now I'm not telling you what to do, but you want my opinion, I would tell him you are going to support this child voluntarily or involuntary. Which one? You're going to do it the right way. You're going to sit down and we're going to come up with an agreement. Every week you get paid. I need a certain amount of money. Be a responsible adult. Be a mature man. You laid down and had this child. Be responsible enough to help take care of the child. If you don't want to agree with that, go down there and let them white folks put his butt on paper and let the white folks take the money out of his check. That's what I told her. Let them folks take the money out of his check if you don't want to help you take care of that child financially. How dare a man get a woman on her back and go inside her raw and get her pregnant, and then now you don't want to take care of your responsibilities. You ain't no real man. If you want to be in a child life, okay, cool, fine. But you gonna help take care of that child. That's what I told her. But it's up to you, sis. But if I was you, I would not get rid of my baby. Because you gotta have to deal with the guilt, the hurt. What if I would have him where he would have been? You are killing God's children. But I say this is your decision. That's what I feel about abortion. Those are my values that I core believe. Now, if you disagree and you feel like Coach Rod, who give people the right to tell people what to do with their bodies, okay, cool. That's your opinion. You're not wrong either. You're not wrong. We just not gonna be a good fit. You're not gonna be a good fit. Agree to disagree. Agree. Cause I'm not mad with nobody who feel like they can just take a child life. I'm not mad with them. I'm not mad if a woman tell me, well, who you gonna tell, how you gonna tell a woman what to do with her body. I ain't mad at them, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. And one day I was at the library and the lady was trying to get petitions signed to support, abortion. And, so I said, what am I signing? She told me what it was. I said, I'm not gonna sign on that. I'm not gonna sign on that. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on that. You got your belief, I got my belief. I'm not co-signing on that. Why get mad because I don't want to sign that because of what I believe? Don't get mad at me. I'm not getting mad at you. You ain't gonna make me do what I don't want to do. You see what I'm saying? So those are my core values, my core beliefs. So I need to marry somebody with that same core value, core belief. You see what I'm saying? If we don't come agree on that, guess what? We're not a good fit. And that's what I feel about the Republicans. I agree with them on that. But the Republican senators, they sin too. Because you know why? Because this is sin to charge the poor people more money on taxes. Raise the taxes on poor people and rich people they ain't got to pay no taxes. That's a sin. That's a sin to oppress poor people. That's a big sin. That sin, listen, that sin just as big as on men like a man and big in abortion to God. Yes, it is. If you read your Bible, God do not like when you do not help the poor, the widows, the older people. And a lot of old people right now are not getting taken care of by the government. They are poor and suffering by the government. Come on, somebody. And the Republicans don't want to help them. So guess what? They sinners too. If you don't help the poor, you are a sinner. This is my opinion on politics. I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I refuse to support a sinful organization because they both sin. They both get on my nerve. And you know one thing? And you know why I'm pissed off about the politicians? You know why I'm really mad? You know why I don't like the senators in the House of Representatives, the congressmen and congresswomen, because they don't care about this country. Because you know what? Right now today, I can go get me an AK-47 and go to your child's school and kill about 50 kids. Because they won't ban assault rifles. They won't make it more hard for people that got mental illness to go get a gun and kill people at the school. It's a darn shame. All they want to do is go in the White House and argue about Republican and Democrat. Never one of them. I don't like neither one of them. Because it hurt my heart to see innocent kids getting killed. And the government ain't doing nothing. We need more tougher laws. I know you can't, now listen, I know you can't really stop happening. I do believe that people should have the right to protect themselves with a gun. I do believe that. But military rifles should not be on the streets. It shouldn't be on the streets. It should not be easy to buy. Make it hard for them to buy, that's all I'm saying. Make it more harder for people who got mental illnesses to get a gun. The red flag laws don't even help. And a lot of states don't even have red flag laws. I'm sick and tired of seeing innocent babies getting killed. Because you know why? My son in school. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing the news and seeing kids getting killed. And guess what? They ain't doing nothing about it. So you know what? I ain't got nothing to do with politics. I don't like neither one of them, Republicans or Democrats. They get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. When I start seeing these kids getting shot up in school, I say, you know what? I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I'm sick of it. Because they're not trying to help and change the laws that make it more hard for people to get guns that have mental illnesses. Because you know why? It's not their children. As long as it's not their children, they don't care about nobody else's children. And I cannot imagine having to bury a child. And a parent got to bury a child. And I'm so passionate about this right here. And one thing that tipped me off, when children are not being protected, I get upset. I get upset. And one time, I was with my mad fiance. She had two female cousins. And I never met them a day in my life. They were like 12 or 13 years old. And they got killed in a car accident in Georgia, on the back roads of Georgia. Her auntie let her, a boy hold a car, hold her SUV, and he was riding the dirt roads real fast, and the truck flipped over and killed two girls, and he lived. And I kid y'all not, I don't even know them girls. They were her cousins. I didn't even know them girls, but I'm at the funeral. When I saw a little 12 or 13-year girl in the casket, I'm at the funeral, boo-boo crying. I'm like this right here. That man hurt my heart, man. And my ex had to console me. She had to rip on my back. Ain't no shit in my game. I'm a real man. I'm a real man. I'm boo-hoo crying because I said, you know what? They could have been my child. They could have been I can't imagine burying my child. So that's my opinion on that. So if a woman say, you know what, I'm a diehard Republican and I'm a Christian, so I don't think, listen, baby, we ain't gonna be a good fit. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna be a good fit. Because the Republicans and the Democrats, neither one of them are doing right. Both of them wrong and both of them sin. Both of them sin. I don't support either one of them. Because I'm mad with them because they will not change, they will not come together and put down the politics, put down the Democrat and Republican, come together for our kids. They don't care about your kids. They don't give a damn about your child. Right now and tomorrow, somebody can go to your child's school right now with a mental illness and kill about 50 kids. And guess what? They ain't gonna do nothing about it. Nothing. So, if that is gonna be a problem with a woman, guess what? We can't, can't be together. She may be attractive, cool, but we gotta have our same core values and core beliefs gotta match together, and that's how you choose the right person that fit you. That's what's gonna keep you from getting married. You're not happy getting married. You don't want to get divorced because God said, the Bible says God hate divorce, all this kind of stuff here. Now you're just miserable. Y'all bumping heads, y'all arguing because y'all ain't had these conversations. Y'all just got together, start dating. Sometimes y'all just start having sex, boom, boom, boom. Sex good, let's get married. Don't even have these conversations. Don't even know each other. Don't even know each other, but you getting married. See, when you courting and dating somebody, y'all gotta have a lot of y'all gotta talk. It's gonna be a point when y'all get in a relationship and get exclusive, y'all gotta do a lot of talking. A lot of talking, a lot of discernment. A lot of talking, a lot of discernment. A lot of praying. You gotta be praying too. You know what I'm saying? He praying, you praying. Because the Bible said what? Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways, acknowledge him. He shall direct your path. So before you make that decision, this person's going to be the right fit for you, you got to acknowledge God. That's it right there. You got to acknowledge God. God, lead me. Holy Spirit, lead me. I don't know how to choose. You choose for me. Is this person going to be the right fit for me? Are they a counterfeit? What are their intentions? Come, I heard one woman said, girl, y'all ask a man what his intention is with you. And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with asking that, but in my head, I'm like, every man gonna lie. Every man gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna marry you. You my wife. God say you my wife. That don't mean nothing. You gotta use your discernment. You gotta be praying. Asking God for direction. In all thy ways, acknowledge him. He should direct your path. And if God is telling you, do not marry that man, do not marry him. Don't be like women that have coached and God told them don't get married, they got married anyway. And the man cheated on them, the man put hands on them. Don't be like that. Don't be like the women I coach. One woman said, God made me sick of my wedding day, and she still married a man. Stuck in the marriage with a man, messing around with an ex, still involved with an ex, doing Bible study with his ex, stuff like that right there. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Have the conversation, pray about it. If you feel that in your spirit, then he's feeling that in his spirit, then okay, it's gonna be a good fit. But if God ain't leading you, like I said, don't let no church folk put you together with nobody. God said y'all supposed to get married. God said it here. God don't love a prophet or a pastor no more than he love you. If God wants you to marry somebody, he gonna speak to you, and then he gonna use them to confirm it. And never always getting a word of confirmation, but you don't have to marry nobody because they tell you to marry somebody. You can tell your pastor, I love you, but I ain't. Like I said, in a situation where the guy wanted to date the girl that he liked, it was prettier than him. The pastor told him no date the other girl, but he wasn't attracted to her. He dated her and he married the girl he wasn't attracted to, but he not happy. Me, no pastor gonna tell me who to date and who to marry. Pastor, I love you, but I want that one. That's what I want. I gotta live with her. I gotta sleep with her. Not you, dog. I got. And pastors don't have no right. They can give you advice, but they can't make you do nothing you don't want to do. Because God don't make you do that. God don't make you do nothing you don't want to do. They give you advice, yeah. They can give you their opinion, yeah. And then you got pastors want to put fear in you. Obey the prophet. Obey the man of God now. You're going to be cursed. You can't curse me. God can curse me. You can't curse me. They use that to put fear in you. No, you can't curse me. I rebuke that. I don't receive that, Pastor. I love you, Pastor. I don't receive that. You know what I'm saying? So pray about it. Ask God for direction. Ask God to lead you. Because we don't know. We don't know everything. God knows everything. The Holy Spirit knows everything. God knows everything. And that's how you choose the right mate for you. Don't just choose a man because he's pursuing you, because you're tired of being single, you got to make this work. Like, these are the excuses that I give for women in coaching, you know. When you choose a man based upon that right there, I got to make it work because I've never been married, I'm 40 years old. You're going to be in a marriage where you're not happy, sis. You're not even praying about it, but you're just trying to make the relationship work because you want to get married. You're not gonna be happily married like that. You might get married, but you're not gonna be happily married. You gotta do nothing like that right there to try to make it work to get married to no man. And that's the problem with a lot of women. Marriage is like, they think like being single is the curse. I know society put pressure on single women, but forget them folks, man. Forget them. If you ain't married, something's wrong with you. No, I'm not married because I'm strong enough to be single until the right man come along that's going to respect and honor me and treat me like a queen. That's why I'm not married. I'm not married by choice. I can get married if I want to. Getting married ain't no problem. Getting married, but staying married and being happily married, that's it right there. Not to getting married. It's easy to get married. It's easy to get married. Just to get married. Any man that want to be with you, that want to pursue you, just marry him. Yeah, let's get married. But being happily married. See what I'm saying? So you ain't got to make it work. You ain't got to do all that. So pray about it. Ask God for direction. But that's a sign of desperation when you overlooking the red flags. You're not praying about it. You're not even seeing God about it. And then sometimes y'all lie on God. Y'all lie on God and tell the whole church that God tell you to marry a man and the man ain't got no job. God is against a man who don't work. Because I said what? A man who don't work, he don't eat. A man who don't take care of his own is worse than the infidel. God is against a man who not working. God don't like lazy men. It's in the book of Proverbs about being lazy. It's a sin to be lazy. Why would God give you a husband and he don't got no job? Yeah. I saw a girl, the pastor said, listen, I don't think y'all gonna be a good fit. But it's up to you. This pastor now, as a pastor, now something like that, you should say something. You know, if you see that your member gonna go the wrong way, like she finna marry a man who ain't got no job, as a pastor, you should give her some advice and say, listen, sis, I don't think you should do it, but hey, it's up to you. It's up to you. But I don't think if a man don't have no job, you're not ready. That's what I do as a pastor. You're not ready. Pastor, I want to marry him. God said he's my husband. Okay. I'm not condoning this here. I'm not gonna support this here. And I'm not gonna be the one doing the marriage ceremony. Find another pastor to marry y'all, because I don't agree with this. Do what I tell them. I don't agree with this. So find another pastor who wanna marry y'all, because I'm not marrying y'all. Because you outside of God's will. The man don't work, and he don't want to work. He don't want to work. And you talking about God said that's your husband? Homegirl married the man. And women do this here. Married man with no job. Oh, God gonna make a way. God said he my husband. I know what God said to me. God said he my husband. And I'm like, obey God. Child, married a man. Then put pressure on the man by getting a job and going to work. You can't do that. The man was lazy when you met him. He ain't ready when you met him. Now you want to get mad with the man and start arguing with the man because you try to pay all the bills. You try to being stressed out. The man inside the office with her, getting counseling with me, her, and the pastor. She up there worrying about how the car gonna get fixed because he ain't got no job. She crying like it's so much at one time. The car not working. The bills are packed up. She crying right in the counseling session. He laying in the chair like this right here. And she asked him a question. Babe, right, babe? Babe. Oh, babe tired. Babe, he tired. In my head, I'm like, girl, you out your rabbit behind mine. You crying about the car. He I said, Lord have mercy. But guess what? God said he my husband. She married a man, and the pressure came on her about the bills. They got behind on the bills. She yelling at him, I don't know why y'all do that. When the bills not getting paid, when they behind on bills, the woman start sitting down on the sex. I know I've been married. I've been married. Most women, maybe not all women, but most women can't be free and enjoy sex when the rent due and y'all got the eviction notice on side the door. You got a man that don't go to work. You're gonna lose respect for that man. Then you're gonna start arguing with that man. And get what she did. You ain't no real man. You gotta go to work and pay the bill. That man started putting it on her face. And God told you to marry the clown. God told you to marry the clown. And now the man beating you up because you putting pressure on him because he ain't got no job. Stop doing that. Stop being desperate to get married and trying to make it work. Even to the point you a married man who ain't got a job and put God in that mess. God ain't got nothing to do with that mess. Ain't no excuse for a man to not be working. Oh, he a felon and nobody don't want to hire him. Ain't no excuse for a man to not be working. You got where I'm from, Brown County, Fort Lauderdale, you got car washes right down Sunrise Boulevard, 31st Avenue, 19th Street. You got car washes. They don't even take applications. They don't do background checks. A man should be working. I don't care if you gotta go wash cars and get paid up on the table. Do something. We got lawn services. Go push the lawnmower. Break up leaves and get paid $75 a day. Get paid $8 a day. Work 5 days a week, you got $400 a week right there cash. Ain't no, a man should be working, baby. Ain't no excuse for, he a felon. Nobody don't want to hire him. And then you gonna marry a felon who can't work. Well, who can't work because he's able-bodied, but he used that as an excuse. A man could be a felon and start his own business and come from the bottom to the top. I've seen a man, a felon, and became an entrepreneur, start his own restaurant and making buku money. Cause he went to a restaurant and they gave him a chance, a little mama pop restaurant. They didn't do no background check. He learned how to cook. He went to school for cooking. He learned how to cook. He worked hard, saved money. He kept trying. He failed. He kept trying. He failed. Now the man got his own restaurant. That man was on the news. That man make fancy dishes. A felon. Ain't no excuse for a man. A man could be a felon and still come up and make money and be an entrepreneur. I don't see it happen, but they ain't got no job, no ambition. They want to use that as an excuse not to go get no job. I'm a felon, nobody gonna hire me. Boy, go push a lawnmower. Start off washing cars and then get your own detailing business. Save money, work hard, buy your truck, buy your little regular hoopty truck, $800 cash. Come on now. You can start your own business. Go around washing cars, detailing cars, make money, pay your bills, stack. Then once you got enough money, buy your newer truck, buy you some more equipment, buy your a pressure washer. You go be a felon and make good money washing cars. Steve Harvey said he got a friend that got a detailing business. He got like 30 some mobile detailing vans, and he making a lot of money, making some $100,000 a year. He's not in the millions, but he making $100,000 a year. He got another friend that cut grass. He used to love cutting grass. And then when they say, man, hey man, hang out with me, man. Let's go hang out tonight, dog. His friend say, nah, man, I gotta get up early in the morning and go cut some grass, man. They used to pick at him. How you gonna make money cutting grass? That man got a big lawn service in California. That man he got $1 million lawn service. Don't tell me a felon can't make no money. Don't tell me a felon can't get no job. A felon can't work. These men use it as an excuse to live off y'all. Stop trying to make it work. Stop trying to accept men that don't have jobs and you try to raise them. Like, no. Come on, sis. Now you married. You stuck in a marriage. And again, you're a Christian. Now the man put his hands on you because you don't lost respect for the man. Because when you marry a man that don't go to work and you come home here on the couch all day, you're going to lose respect for that man. Because one thing about a woman get tired of that. Because you got low self-esteem, and you jabbing for a man, at first you're gonna, oh, God said it. But you're gonna get tired of that man, you're gonna start putting pressure on that man. It happens so many, I've known so many women did that. So many women did that. I know another woman. I know her pretty close. She married a man, a lazy man that don't work. She got tired. He a pretty boy. He very handsome. He was very charming, very nice, very sweet. He a pretty boy, very handsome. Guess what? She got tired of that crap. Handsome don't pay no bills, baby. Okay, I don't care how fine he is, baby. He ain't got no job. You need money to pay the light bills. Pay the light bill. Homegirl say I gave him $20 to go back home to a mama. When I was at the divorce court, it got rid of him. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that right now. So don't do stuff like that. Don't choose men because you know you tired of being single. You want to get married and all that kind of stuff. Feel you overlooking the red flag. You're not praying about it. Or either God tells you not to do it and you lying on God. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? Hey, I hope this word was a blessing to y'all. Please give me a thumbs up. If it is, like the message, give me a thumbs up. If you want to sow, you want to send a seed, a financial seed, free will offering. If God lay in your heart to be a blessing, my description will be inside the cash out. And I have a new email, and I want to apologize if you email me and have not gotten back to you. It's because my email have gotten full. My storage have gotten full, so I didn't receive a lot of emails. So I don't know if anybody emailed me. If you email me and I didn't respond to you because I got another email, and I'm gonna put that email in the description box as well. I apologize about that. I'm so sorry for that. But my name is Coach Rod. I am a kingdom relationship coach, and I teach relationships from a biblical God way of doing things. So if you're new to this channel, the first time watching me, if you like what I'm talking about, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified when I upload videos. I talk about stuff that people don't know how to talk about, and I'm kingdom, but I'm real. I talk about sex, stuff like this here, marriage and stuff like, sex and marriage and men health, and this stuff need to be talked about, because we don't get this stuff in church, on other channels. It's not being talked about. So I purposely be different and be unique, because I don't want to be like nobody else. I want to be like myself. Okay, but thank God. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Keep me lifted up in y'all prayers. For y'all who don't know, I'm battling a cancer called T-cell lymphoma. I finally got that word right. T-cell lymphoma. So I'm doing good. I've gotten better. My skin have gotten better. It's not all the way there yet. It's gotten better. So keep me lifted up with that. Keep my eyes. Pray that my eyes get back together. That the doctors will work on my eyes and figure out what's going on. Because I'm ready to go back to work and make me some money. Okay? I'm not a lazy man. I don't like that nobody to take care of me. I don't like handouts. I don't like the government give me a check every month. I don't like that. Now, if I have to, if I'm disabled, I do that temporarily. But I'm not going to be complacent with the government giving me no check every month. Because I got goals. I got dreams. I got ambition. I got drive. I want to make more money than just getting a check every month. You know what I'm saying? So, as I heal and get back on my feet, I already got a job. They waiting on me to heal already. So keep me lifted up, keep me in your prayers. The only thing that stops me from going to work is my eyes. My vision is so terrible. I can't even see y'all comments. Can't even see the comments. So keep me lifted up, keep me in your prayers. God bless y'all. I love all y'all. Stay safe out there. And please don't settle. Don't settle. Queen, do not settle. Hey, God bless y'all. Talk to y'all soon.